Hello everyone, welcome to JS Cricket Info. In this video we are going to talk about India vs Australia Border-Gavaskar Trophy second test review. I believe this video will be very useful for you. If you are a cricket lover, this is the right channel. Let's start the video. In the most absorbing day of cricket in this series, worthy of recent test clashes between these sides, Australia sauntered into the ascendancy, had their advantage wrested away by an exceptional Indian rearguard led by Axar Patel before restoring it somewhat through some late-evening batting enterprise. The second day of the Delhi Test, reduced to a second-innings shootout, ended with the visitors leading by 62 after Nathan Lyon, Virat Kohli, Axar Patel, Ashwin and Travis Head played defining roles through the course of the day. Australia will have reason to believe they should have disappeared from India's view after a spectacular spell in the morning from Nathan Lyon that read 9-1-21-4. There was uncertainty at the start of the day's play whether the visitors' first innings score of 263 would prove to be enough, but the off-spinner provided a resounding answer to those doubts when he had India tottering at 66 fourths, taking each of the 4 wickets to fall. India's approach to playing spin, with their bat and pad together, was put to test by Lyon from around the wicket. Rahul was first to go when he stretched out to defend and was beaten by the turn and pinged on the pad. He reviewed but umpire's call on hitting sent him on his way. Once Lyon broke that 46-run opening stand, he ran riot. The informed Rohit Sharma was beaten in flight and by the length and therefore rooted to his crease as the ball straightened past his outside edge to crash into the stumps. Lyon then removed Cheeteshwar Pujara for a duck in his 100th test. Pujara, like Rahul, defended with his bat and pad close together and was sent on his way after a DRS review found that the ball had hit the pad before the bat. Incidentally, Pujara had survived a similar shout in an earlier Lyon over when Australia opted against review. Shreyas Iyer then fell to an excellent catch at short leg from Peter Handscomb. If there was a blemish on an otherwise incredible session for Australia, it was their questionable reviewing. They burnt all 3 of their DRS reviews, but with the pitch still offering turn, they had enough jeopardy to unleash on India. It was under this circumstance that Kohli produced one of his many classics. It amounted to only 44 runs on the scorebook, but it was a masterclass on countering this surface. The hallmark of his little gem was how he played well in front and how he moved deep into his crease when the ball was slightly shorter, trusting his eye to help him dig out the stray misbehaving delivery. Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja resuscitated India's innings and got the scoreboard ticking once more. Kohli used his feet to drill a 4 past Todd Murphy and then tucked away another ball past square leg for 4. But just as that partnership was threatening to make inroads into that Australian total, Murphy had Jadeja LBW with the ball that straightened to ping the batter's pads. In keeping with the trend of this test, one brought 2 more for Australia, including the big one of Kohli, who became debutant Matthew Cunman's first test wicket. Like Jadeja, Rahul and Pujara before him, Kohli stretched forward to defend with his bat and pad together and was ruled LBW. The contentious issue in his dismissal, however, was that 3 plays were inconclusive in determining if the ball made contact with bat or pad first, and therefore the on-field decision stood. Lyon then had KS Bharat gloving an attempted sweep shot to complete his 22nd 5-for. He also became only the 3rd man, behind them, Muralitharan and James Anderson, to take 100 wickets in tests against India. At that stage India were 124 away from the target and in danger of conceding a big lead and effectively the test match. But Axar and Ashwin provided another demonstration of India's depth and why that makes them such a formidable force in these conditions with a sensational rearguard. They were helped, of course, by the fact that batting got easier against the softer ball, but they were calculative in their approach and slowly, but steadily, began transferring the pressure back on the visitors. Patel went after the left-arm spinner Cunman and slogged him for a 6 and a pair of 4s. Ashwin handled the off-spinners expertly and the pair added 59 runs in the 15 overs leading to the second new ball. Along the way Axar got to his 2nd consecutive half-century and with Ashwin stitched the first century stand of the series. That meant when the second new ball was made available, India were in the arrears by only 11 runs. However, any attempts of the hosts sneaking a healthy lead was snuffed out by Australia. Matt Renshaw, subbing in for a concussed David Warner, took a sharp catch to dismiss Ashwin on 37 before Cummins held on to a stinger at mid-on to end Axar's enterprising innings on 74. India eventually fell 1 run short of Australia's total. Australia walked out to face a nervous 12-over period before close of play, and while India may have hoped to find an opposition playing out time, they ran into one in a counter-attacking mood. Travis Head was promoted up to open in Warner's absence and he raced away to a quick-fire 39 off 40 balls, hitting 5 fours and a 6. Usman Khawaja fell to Jadeja but Marnus Labuschagne kept up the scoring rate with 3 boundaries of his own, setting up a sensational finale to the test. Thank you so much. If you like my channel, please give your golden support to me, like, share and subscribe for more cricket updates. Be safe, be happy.